couple of days ago, I was talking to my coach, my high school football coach, Coach Gaston, right? And me and him was talking about another subject pertaining to something. But the subject segued me to a question that I've had ever since I played high school football. And before I even go into that, let me say this right here, because we're talking about culture. I want to plant this seed. See, your culture is the language of your soul. Your culture is the language of your soul. And if you don't understand what your culture is, you don't understand what cultures you're a part of, then you don't understand what your soul really is saying. That's why a lot of people out here lost. They don't have a connection with their soul. Their soul don't have a definite language. But let me get back to understanding what my Coach Gaston said. So I told Coach Gaston, I say, Coach Gaston, let me ask you a question, man. I've had this illusion for some years, man. I say, when we play football, Coach, I say, every time we play West Charlotte, I say, Coach, we used to warm up before the game, man, and we used to look over that 50-yard line at them warming up. I say, man, they used to look like a damn military army, a damn small college. I say, Coach, but the illusion is, I went to South Mecklenburg. During that time, we was one of the rich schools in CMS. Our stadium was damn near a college stadium. Our program was top notch. But when we played West Charlotte, their football team and what they was doing and how they was looking, looked it like, man, shit, we couldn't compare to their program, right? So I'm asking Coach, I say, Coach, that was an illusion. So he say, Trap, the difference of what you was witnessing was culture. I said, hold on, Coach, this too deep right here. I said, what you mean? He said, yeah, I kind of envy that from the other sideline, from across the 50, just like you guys did. It was culture. See, West Charlotte had a culture, a historical black culture. They had a history. When you became a part of the Lion's Den, it was almost like a religion that went over those players and those coaches. But see, you went to SOUTHMECK. You didn't understand the history of SOUTHMECK. You didn't have a cultural connection to that. So when you watch that culture being displayed before you, your soul yearned for it. And I say, Coach, that goes into the other illusion. Now I was the MVP on my team. So when we played West Charlotte, it was, hey, look, I'm leading the fight. I remember telling my teammates, man, I know half them on them team. Man, they be lame as hell walking these halls around us, man. I say, man, don't go on them field. I say, man, go on this field and, man, they can't deal with us, man. Before the game, I remember one year, we didn't even go on the field to warm up. We warmed up in the gym, made it look like we was going to be a no-show. Then right before kickoff, we ran out the gym and ran on the field and lined up, trying to break that mighty, mighty cultural spirit of the West Charlotte Lions. And soon as that lion roared, man, they beat us about 57 goddamn nothing. And I couldn't figure that out for the life of me. But my coach told me the other day, he said it was culture. And at that moment, I understood what this thing was about. See, I say culture is the language of the soul. You see, they used to always tell me, man, I used to, man, you want to teach this shit so much. I say, man, I be trying to tell people, but people act like they don't want to listen, like I'm talking crazy. I know I ain't talking crazy. And I was used to be talking to some old men. And them old men used to tell me, they say, listen, Trav, when the student is ready, when the student is ready, the teacher shall appear. So I've had a 24-year yearning in my soul to understand what this thing was I experienced with high school football, right? Now, just as much as Coach Gaston is my football coach, he was also my African American studies teacher, and he was a social studies teacher. So when my soul yearns for understanding, when the student is ready, the teacher shall appear. He just happened to be my real teacher. See how that worked, man? Told me something about my soul and the soul.